everyone, so this is my video game review video. Out of all the projects we worked on, I would have to say that this one was my least favorite. However, the reasons for this are not directly related to the game. I just experienced a lot of technological difficulties when doing both my draft and my final project. Um, I chose to do the video game Gone Home partly because it was the only video game that would work for me when I downloaded both of the video games. And I also really liked the idea of the game, and I liked searching through the house, and I got the hang of it pretty quickly compared to Life is Strange. I kind of struggled more when playing that one. So that is why I picked Gone Home. But the first, I'll play you both of my videos, clips of them, so you can see kind of like the difference. The one on this side of the board, Official Video Game Storyboard, that is my draft. The Official Game Storyboard is my draft, and Gone Home Video Game Review is my final project. As you can see, my final project is a whole 2 minutes longer than my draft is. It's because I decided to include more clips into my final project over here. But I'll just show you how they both turned out a little bit differently. Just little clips so you can get the gist of it.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight.
Gone Home is an interactive exploration game where you play the character of Caitlin, a 21-year-old woman who has returned home from a trip abroad. When she gets home, every one of her family members are gone, and a mysterious note from her sister Sam frantically tells her not to try to piece together what has happened. From a trip abroad. When she gets home, every one of her family members are gone, and a mysterious note from her sister Sam frantically tells her not to try to piece together what has happened. Naturally, as any game player would, you begin to go through the house in order to piece together what has happened. The main character the game wants you to focus on is Caitlin's younger sister, Sam. As any game player would, you begin to go through the house in order to piece together what has happened. The main character of the game wants you to focus on is Caitlin's younger sister, Sam. Sam is a teenage girl in high school and has interests in writing and music.
So, I have mixed feelings about my storyboard and my game review. What I like about my draft is I like that I included a lot more sound and voiceovers from the characters, um, and I think that worked well in it. I didn't really include that so much in my final draft, and I'll get to the reasons why in a second. But what I did like about my final project was I really liked my pacing much better in the final draft versus my original draft where I was speed talking the entire way through. So those are just some like of my personal reflections. But yeah, I did have like a lot of technical difficulties doing both of these videos, which I think is where my errors will show themselves. So one of the first issues I had was my Camtasia file completely like crashing when I went to edit my video. I'll show you like what it did here. As soon as I would pull it up, it would tell me that none of my files were able to be found. And every time I would try to find it, I couldn't locate them. So then I would hit no, and then basically all my files would be pulled up as blanks. So that was really frustrating. So I couldn't go in and edit my video like I wanted to. And this also happened when I was originally recording the video game. When I played it, my Camtasia completely crashed and wouldn't let me record the game. It wouldn't let me record anything that was in the internet. So I went ahead and I recorded. I just Googled video game walkthrough Gone Home without sound, and I pulled up the first video that would come up, and I recorded all one video game to edit, and that was a very tedious process for me. When I recorded the second video, Professor Anderson helped me he helped me to get over, he helped fix the Camtasia issue I had in the beginning, so I was actually able to go in and play the game and record myself. This is that one. I was able to go in, record myself playing it, but I was still left with like a ton of video to edit, and I could never really figure out the best way to edit them. Basically, I would sift through an hour and a half of footage of the game, and it was a very tedious process. I would just end up taking clips and stacking them on top of each other and then trying to organize them. It would take me days to edit a little bit of it. It was very tedious. But this was my final project. As you can see, like, I have some audio there. I have all my different video clips with transitions in the middle of them. I added the transitions because it made the flow from one scene to the next a lot more smooth instead of choppy. I added background music, which I think helps with the game, and my narration is much more slowed down, which is, I think, why the game, the review is longer, but I think even though it's longer, it's more effective because you can actually hear and understand what I'm saying. So yeah. All in all, I think that even though I did have a lot of technological difficulties, and the project was a little tough for me because I am not a video game player, I actually enjoyed being able to play the game itself, and I enjoyed the experience of playing the game because it was a new experience for me, and I like when I'm able to step out of my comfort zone. I would like to continue to work on my video edits, but yeah, I appreciated the game, especially Gone Home itself, just for the messages it introduced, and I thought that was a really cool experience for my first kind of like video game I've ever played full through. But yeah, that's my review. Thank you.